Hello and welcome back to the NextPlay podcast, a gaming and pop culture podcast brought to you by the team at NextPlay Australia. I'm your host, Jamie, and as always, joining me today is Brad
Hello.
and Berto.
Hello.
We got a jam-packed show today. We're going to be discussing a bunch of reviews, Metal Gear Solid Delta, Gears of War, and Shinobi. But first, as always, a special message from Brad.
Hello, it's Brad here. Did you know 9 out of 10 dentists recommend supporting NextPlay? Here's how. If you're watching on YouTube, press the subscribe button right there. Seriously, it's right there. And if you're listening on an audio streaming service, make sure to give us a 5-star review. And you can check out all of our content at next-play.com.au or via our socials at nextplayau, just about everywhere. Thanks for the support, and let's get back into the show.
All right. Thank you very much, Brad. Always entertaining. Now we're just going to, as always, start the show. What we've been doing over the last week. I'm going to start us off this week for a change. Last couple of days, I was off away in the hills. I'm in Adelaide, by the way, so in the Adelaide Hills. It was a lovely time celebrating the 11th year anniversary, me and the missus together.
Congrats.
Oh, thank you very much. And we had a little one there, and he loved we had like nice trees outside the window. He loved just watching it, and he's all like getting very close, I think, to trying to like crawl and everything like that. So we have to get some baby gates or something going because I think he's not going to stop once he starts actually moving on. On the other side of things, I have been playing a bunch of games. Finished off Hellblade, not going for the platinum just due to the dark rot mode. I don't have the skills or time for it at all. And like after 4 deaths, it literally just resets your progress and you got to go again. I'm like, no, I've pulled it there.
Not worth it.
You have to go through the whole thing, and if you die more than 4 times, your whole campaign progress is gone, and you have to start from the beginning again. Yeah.
That's awful.
So now I had Birdo floating overhead, just going, "Don't do it. Screw the trophies." So
Yeah,
I'm moving on from that. Played Gears of War. We'll be talking about that a little bit later on. I finished up and managed to get the platinum for Sword of the Sea. If you've followed the show at all, I've been hyping this game up for a while. I really enjoyed it at the end. I have my review written. Probably talk about it a little bit more next week, but I think I landed on 8.5 at the end. I did really enjoy it. There's a few things that I wish would change, but yeah, we'll talk about that probably next week.
How does it stack up next to Abzu and like Journey and stuff?
So I still probably like the Pathless more if I'm going by Giant Squid games. But this will tickle the fancy of anyone that likes, I want to call them like artistic games. Anything like Neva, Gris, Journey. If you like those types of games, you will find a lot to love in this. So like I really enjoyed it. The only annoying thing for the trophy wise was there was a final boss. You have to go through it without getting hit, and you can't skip cutscenes. So there was like sort of like you're in the flow of it, then there's a cutscene and you're like ready to go, but then you have to wait like 90 seconds before you go again, and then you get hit just randomly, and then I'd lose my mind and then I'd go again. But I did manage it. I did upload my run up on YouTube as well with some tips as well if anyone needs to go after that. But just before the podcast, I did manage to start the next game on my backlog, which is called Hand of Fate. I believe this was a game developed in Australia probably about 10 or 2 years ago, but it's in my backlog. How it works is you start your run and you're basically in a card game. It's almost like a text adventure where you'll pick a card and we'll be like, oh, there's a weapon hiding down there. Do you want to go get it? And then you can go, yeah, I'll climb down the ladder and go collect the weapon. You have like a 1 in 4 shot of either it going well and you get the weapon, or something going wrong and you maybe die or lose health, or something really good happens and you find something bonus. So there's a lot of RNG with it. If anyone's played anything like Inscription, which is sort of a card game as well, it's like that. But then when you actually come to combat sections, it goes into sort of like a brawler type thing, and you have to use the weapons and armor you've collected throughout your run to then survive the encounter and then keep moving on. So it's like Hades, Inscription, all sort of combined together. Haven't played a lot of it so far, but I did do 2 successful runs. So you have to beat the boss at the end and you can move on and then go after the next one. Sort of like, I guess, the latest Elden Ring game, where it was like you could choose what boss you would go after and then that would be
Okay.
the run you do. So, very early days, but I am liking the concept. We'll see how it goes in the end. TV wise, I watched the first episode of Peacemaker. Anyone else watching that?
Yes, I watched the first episode too.
I really liked it. We
Yeah.
finally found some time when we were away to watch it. I'm loving where it's heading. So I think it's every Thursday it's out now. So
I'm gonna ask you the important question though. What did you think of the new title
old one was better.
sequence? Yeah, way better. Okay, we're on the same page. I still like the new one, but
oh yeah. I still like the
old
dance
one's
sequence and
iconic.
everything. I love the song in the previous one. I still have that on my Spotify playlist. So
yeah, it's good.
But yeah, we chip away at that, and we went back to Ironheart and finished the episode 2 of that. I still don't really know what's happening, and I'm not really invested, but we're just sort of chipping away at it because we've already, I think there's only like 5 episodes, so we'll see how that goes. But last thing I will say, today, Thunderbolts is finally on Disney Plus, and I will hopefully start watching that as of tomorrow.
I should
because
watch
I've been
it
wanting
too.
to watch it for months. It's meant to be good, but yeah, I think I remember saying that like we had a babysitter all lined up, then they got COVID, and then we just didn't see it, and then we never got around to it. But yeah,
Alright,
I am looking forward to
homework.
watching
You
that one.
should both watch it before the next episode.
I have a question about Peacemaker, because
Yeah.
I've never seen it. All I see is the memes about the Justice League being replaced by the new Justice League or something to that effect. Like, does
That's
that mean
not
anything
really
to you guys?
correct. Yeah, it's not really correct though. Some people are
Are you
saying like,
upset
oh,
about
that's
it, though?
completely.
Some people get so angry.
I don't care. I've never invested too much in the DC universe, and I haven't watched the new Superman movie either. But it's like it's a different universe completely. It's like a different universe. So like when you see it's different characters in this lineup, it's like they haven't retconned it. It's just like we're just not over in that universe anymore. We're in this new one.
I saw an interview by James Gunn, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't know why we did that."
Yeah, it's made a heap of people just like annoyed, but I don't
find
really
it funny.
care. I just like Peacemaker.
Yeah,
like John Cena's funny as hell, and like the characters are so stupid that I just find it super endearing. So, but yeah, I'm keen to see the next episode. Berto, what have you been doing?
So obviously we'll talk about Shinobi. Finally finished that one just in time for the release. So that was a lot of fun. Very, very difficult at the end, but again, I'll talk a little bit more about that. Liza P. Overture, so still on that one. I'm now finally into it, so can't really talk much about it. I just don't have anything else. I made it. I have said in the last 2 podcasts that it's been a little bit easy to play. The last 2 bosses have completely smashed me. I completely forgot how difficult it gets. So we'll see what happens from this on. There's no such thing as easy anymore. Although I think the next game that I might be reviewing will be a little bit different.
It should be easier.
It should be. Movie-wise, the only thing I've watched, and it's because I have 2 young children, I had heard a lot about K-pop Demon Hunters, and I'm not a pop music guy at all. I actually don't really like pop music. It is what it is. Anyway, at first, I didn't know what to think about it. I had heard so much more about it than, I hadn't heard anything negative, though. That's the thing. I just heard that it's really good. And I think when I listened to the last song, I think I was cleaning and my little ones were watching, and then I caught myself that I had stopped cleaning to watch it. And then I was like, okay, next time we watch it, because, with kids, you only don't watch the movie once, you watch it 100 times. I'll watch it. I think we're up to viewing number 28 now.
Oh my god.
In the last week. And it's awesome. Like, the music is really fun. It's really taken off, especially in the last week. I've noticed a lot more news, a lot more mainstream appeal.
So it is it's the first film to have 5 songs in the top 10 of the Billboard.
Jesus.
It's good.
Since
I don't know why.
Friday Night Lights or something, I don't know, some movie from the 80s. It's exploded. They started playing, I think it's Golden at work.
Yeah, Golden.
And it's kind of a bop, isn't it?
I
haven't watched the movie. I don't know if I will, but the music so far is pretty
Oh, it's
solid.
yeah, it is. It's 100% Korean pop music. Like,
Mm,
you know,
Okay.
Lollipop, Sunshine, and all that other stuff. Like, it's you could not manufacture anything greater, and they have, and it's totally become
mm.
something completely new, and the number one movie in the world, I think, as well. So, look, do yourself a favor, have a look at it if you ever have the time. It's quite a good story. It actually has a good meaning to it. It's very positive in the end. But yeah,
So
that's
is
it.
it
It's a lot of
is it a
fun.
kids film?
It's a kids' film, 100%. It's more
Oh,
for like,
okay.
I don't know, what's that age when you're like 10, like around that, like,
10?
6 to 10. That tween, before you're a teen, after you're a child kind of
Okay.
like thing. But my kids are much younger than that, but they just love the music. Like, they
Hmm.
just, yeah, go nuts for it.
No, easy. Well, Brad, do you want to tell us what you've been doing and then maybe talk a little bit about the Metal Gears?
I can do that. So gaming wise, just Final Fantasy VII and Metal Gear Solid. Um, I'm up to where Rebirth starts in Final Fantasy VII. So that's probably, I want to say about 8 hours into the game, I would say.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So I've got the overworld at my disposal now, so I'm excited to run around and do that. I will be getting Yuffie and Vincent the next
Mm.
time I play it, hopefully. Um, I'm assuming Yuffie's easier to get than Vincent. Birdo, do
From
you
memory, yeah.
remember?
Yeah. I think you
Okay.
gotta steal something from Yuffie or something like that, or she steals something from you.
Okay.
I forget how to get
Well,
it.
I'll look it up. I'm not going to work it out myself. um, Other than that, I did go to the movies on the weekend. I bet the movies is like my second home. Like I freaking love going to the movies. It's just such a good experience. I even go by myself sometimes, and I feel like that's so underrated. Like just sitting by yourself, enjoying a movie, no one to
Mm.
disturb you. It's just yeah, good. So I did go and see Weapons. So that is a horror movie. Pretty good. It felt like like a proper horror movie in like the first half of the movie, and then I feel like it kind of went into a thriller. It didn't feel to me that the tense moments were consistent through the movie. Um, did enjoy the movie though. I think I gave it like a 3 out of 5 on Letterboxd. Um, and yeah, I would recommend it if you enjoy horror movies or like thrillers that are kind of leaning into the horror genre.
Is
Um,
that the one with like kids vanish or something?
yeah, that's
Oh,
it. Yeah,
yeah.
it's got
A lot of
Jennifer
advertising for it.
Garner, I think.
I've
Yeah,
seen the
there is.
advertising.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was pretty good. So yeah, over to Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear.
I got to review it ahead of release, and Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is the remake of 2004's Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Uh, this remake has no involvement with Kojima except like it's literally copy and pasted from the original source, which Kojima had masterfully created like over 20 years ago now. In the remake, the story's the same. There's absolutely no extra content, extra sequences, anything. So if you've played the original, you kind of know what to expect when you're going into it. There's yeah. I and like I think a lot of people with remakes sometimes they want like heaps of extra little bits, but in this case, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is like probably one of my favorite action games ever.
Mm.
Uh, it it has that sauce. It has that secret sauce that an action game has, like iconic characters, iconic boss fights, just a really good story, but nothing that is like too weird when it comes to like Kojima's brain. Because like to me, Death Stranding is like in a whole other language to me. I can't understand what's happening half the time in that game.
No one does.
No, no. So yeah, if you don't know, the story does follow Naked Snake through a series of events in the Soviet jungle. He is rescuing a defected scientist named Sokolov and needs to destroy a nuclear weapon to prevent World War III. There's obviously a lot more to it than that, but um, I'm not going into spoilers because like I don't know if it's a big spoiler, but there's something that happens in like the first hour of the game that kind of like flips the game on its head, or flips the story on its head at least. Um, the I guess the biggest like thing is the new graphics. They are beautiful. It's I don't know, like the character models, everything looks so good. Like I know everything in Unreal Engine like starts to look the same, but sometimes I don't care when it just looks that good. Um, Especially a game that's been like touched up after like 20 years. The environments now interact with Snake's clothing, so you could be crawling through like a pile of leaves, and then if you pause the menu or something, there'll be just like random leaves dangling off Snake. In the last boss fight, I'm not gonna spoil, but like if you pause the game during that, you have white lilies or white flowers like stuck to your clothing. It There's just a lot of like interactivity with the environment in terms of how it reacts to what you're doing in the environment. And the character models, they're brand new, obviously. It's a remake. The new characters look well, the new models look really good. Um, it kind of allows them to convey more emotion while still using the original voice acting. So all the original voice acting is taken straight from the original game. There's no one replaced. Everything is literally word for word, voice for voice from back then. So the performances are outstanding. Like there's so many different characters, different archetypes, different people that you meet along the way, which are also like not crazy, but like there's just so many weird and whimsical characters you fight along the
Unique.
way. Yes, unique. It's just yeah, it's strange. And like you meet them so frequently. I actually forgot how packed together the boss fights for the Cobra unit were. It's like almost like 5 or 6 in a row within the span of like 5 hours. It's like one every hour. It's crazy.
Really?
They just kept coming. I don't know
Mm.
if it's because even though I haven't played, like I first played this game on PS3. Probably I want to say 13, 15 years ago, something like that. It was like early 2010s probably. And I was surprised how much I remembered from this cuz like before playing the remake, if you told me any if you asked me any question about this game, I'd be like, "Oh, I don't know. I can't remember." But then jumping straight back into it, it was like so familiar but like in a good way.
Mm.
It wasn't like and like I don't know if it's just because like it's such a good game that you can replay it again and not feel bored. Um but I feel like the main the main thing that made it feel like a newer experience is there's a new style which is basically a modern like third-person action adventure game camera that follows Snake. So kind of like The Last of Us. So like you can aim down sights, etc. It's not like the original where there's a camera overhead and you're trying to move Snake through the environment. It feels like a modern action game, this new style, which is what I played the game in for the entirety. I did swap to the like legacy style a few times because you can actually swap between the two just by going in the options. You don't like
That's cool.
you're not like stuck to the one style once you start the game.
Does it do the graphics thing where you can switch the graphics on the fly, or is that set?
Well, I played on PC, so I'm not sure because I know console have like a very like streamlined graphics settings, but I don't think you can change like it just changes the gameplay. I don't think there are any settings to like add that kind of like yellow tint to the game that the original had or anything. I don't think it comes with that at all. Which, I would kind of wish they did do that.
Because I
I've
like
seen
that in Croc,
some.
where you could just go back and forwards between the retro
Yeah,
graphics. It's nice to
yeah.
They
get
do it
that
good in
sort of.
Halo as well.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, I love that.
I Yeah, I have seen some discourse online about them not like them getting rid of that yellow tint.
The piss
I
filter, I've seen some people call it.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was actually just about to say that, but I stopped myself. I
No
don't mind
filter
it.
here.
I don't mind that the filter's not there. It's a remake. Like if you want that original experience, just go play the original. Um, yeah. Other new additions, like there's not a lot of new stuff here, but there are some quality of life updates. So Snake can now crouch walk. So in the original, you could only like crouch, and then if you started walking, you'd go prone. Um, Now you can walk and crouch at the same time.
Damn.
What a time to be alive, guys.
Nuts.
Yeah. There's now quick menus to equip camouflages, so you don't have to pause it and go into the camouflage menu to change outfits. And there are new animations for Snake's signature CQC, which is his close quarters combat, if you like. I will say sometimes with that new like play style, the camera didn't always cooperate, particularly when you went prone. Like if you were in grass, it was very hard to see what was happening outside the patch of grass because you're essentially looking at what Snake can see. You're not like a camera above the patch of grass. Um, but that didn't really like deter from the experience for me. Like there were some times where I was like, I don't know where the person is because I literally can only see a blade of grass on my screen. But it, yeah, it was fine. It didn't really hinder anything or my progress to get through that level. So wasn't that big of a deal. In terms of like remake scale, I would probably like compare this to Resident Evil 4's remake. Obviously, not as much extra content. Like there was literally nothing changed here. Where Resident Evil 4, I think, changed a few encounters and such. But yeah, I guess the quality is up there of Resident Evil 4, and you guys know I loved that remake. Some other side things, Snake vs. Ape mode returns, which is like the Ape Escape crossover mini game where you have to capture all the monkeys. And they've never looked better. Like I think we need an Ape Escape remake or a new game or something. Like that would be so good. Anyone else think they need a new Ape Escape game? Has anyone played Ape Escape?
Not since
Aside from
the old days.
aside from the
Mm.
Astrobot level, no.
So no, you haven't. um, yeah, we need a new one. It's been a very long time.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this remake. It's very good. Like, this is obviously the best way to experience Metal Gear Solid 3 now. I think if I ever return to this game, it'll be this mode. Like, I probably won't ever go back to the original now, just because that new play style is just so much easier to control for me than the old controls, because I don't know what's happened since now and when I first played the game, but my hand-eye coordination isn't that great anymore. So
Old age.
maybe I'm just
Yeah,
getting
it gets
older.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Old age.
I
Yeah.
have one question for you and then an
Mm.
observation. So the question, I saw some people complaining about just the performance. You said you played on PC. I saw some people complaining about the performance on a base PS5. So obviously you can't talk on that. But did you encounter any issues in terms of like frame rates or other
Right.
technical
So
bad?
that's the thing. I had no performance issues at all. So
Hmm.
when the PS5 reviews came out and like saw it was struggling, I was like, oh, that's weird, because like I feel like usually multi-platform releases usually see the PC versions have issues more than consoles, because yeah, I was shocked.
Hmm.
Like I haven't really admittedly looked into what performance issues they were having,
Yeah,
but
I didn't even know
yeah,
there were any. Jamie,
I
news to
have,
me.
well, I do. I have a
Yeah,
beefy
someone pointed
PC,
it out
so
in
I
my
don't know.
DMs after I shared the review that Brad did. Someone was
Mm.
pointing out that
Mm.
they were having some issues with that. Something to do with Unreal
Um,
Engine. I think more with Unreal Engine and
okay.
probably not so much the game itself. I think it's an
Yeah.
ongoing issue with Unreal
It's
Engine
just
at the moment. I think
it's just slow
So,
or slower.
frame rate dips. I believe.
okay.
Once again, I didn't investigate too much, but it
Mm.
sounds like you had a good experience at least on your end with it all,
Like,
which is good.
literally perfect. Though I do have like a really beefy PC, but I did play on like the highest graphics settings too, and everything
Really
was
good PC.
fine. Oh no,
Oh.
yeah. I just upgraded recently, so I'm kind of glad I did.
That's awesome.
I think the other observation I wanted to make is like I could tell that whilst the base game hasn't been changed and it's all Kojima, I could tell by
Mm,
the trailers leading up to release, especially the launch trailer, that you could tell
mm,
Kojima's got nothing to do with it because I could
mm.
actually follow along with the trailer and I knew what was happening, and I was like, oh, this is the most of the story I've ever known because for
Mm.
those not well aware, I've only played some of the original Metal Gear. I've never finished it, and I've never finished any of the other games. So
Really?
it does seem
Even I didn't know
you
Um,
that.
know this. No, you know this.
I
We've
forget.
discussed
I
this.
forget what you do or don't play. I think you just play
Uh,
Uncharted 4 on repeat. That's all you do. And The Last of Us
yeah.
Part
sometimes
2.
three, but it really just depends. But yeah,
Okay.
it does look interesting though because this is the first in the timeline, right?
I do.
Chronologically.
Uh, yeah.
Don't ask me.
It's this and then
Too
I think it's
crazy.
this and then it's the Nintendo one after, or like the what was the system before the Nintendo? It was another system.
I don't
I
know. I
think it's
wasn't
in.
alive back then.
I think it's
Yeah,
in the collection. I think because I played Metal Gear, but not Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what console that was on though. Really, Birdo, you should know that. You know,
there was one before
Um.
the NES. I forget what it's called.
mm.
I should fact
that's all
check.
right. We'll
I
never
just
solve
want
this here.
to. I want to circle back to that observation. I feel like this release is for. I don't want to say dumbed down, because it's not. Like, it's literally the same game.
Hmm.
I feel like it's marketed to people that haven't played the game before,
Oh
which
yeah, of
is
course.
why like they've introduced this new, I guess, play style that will be easy for new players to pick up. Because I think if you didn't have that and people jumped into it, honestly, I don't think those controls really have aged very well. I think, well, like for what gamers are capable of these days, I don't think they have. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I'm just gonna say I've got some breaking news. Metal Gear Solid 3 is the first in the Metal Gear series chronologically, so it makes
Yeah.
sense
Okay,
why
yeah.
they brought it out. Like,
And then the next
get
one
people to
after.
start at the start of the story at least.
It's also the
so
best one, so
I've heard
that
it's really
helps.
good. Yes.
It is very good. Yeah. I gave it a 9 out of 10.
That's
I was
good.
very happy. I was
It's great.
very happy with it. I think what let it down was like sometimes that camera issue I was having when I was in the grass. You can't see what's happening. Like they could have like made the grass disappear to some extent or be like semi-transparent or something so you could see better, because you'd have to like try and squint and see what's happening in between the blades of grass. But yeah,
I do have a question.
I was very
real
happy.
quick, as well. Sorry. Do you know if you can still do the hacks that you could do on the PlayStation with regarding to one of the bosses? I think the boss is called The End, and there was a way to beat him by writing it out essentially and like changing your
Doing
date
nothing.
and time. Yeah. Do you know if that's
Oh.
still no spoilers there,
Um,
but there's a choice.
No,
Oh,
I
like 20
I
years
did not.
old. You're allowed to say it.
I didn't try that. I didn't know that was a thing. But
I know what you're
unfortunately
talking
for
about.
me, in that fight, that's the one where you're walking down the river, right?
Oh, bro, it's been such a long time. It's the one where
Oh,
he's on the one end, you're on the
Sniper.
other, and it's a snipe off. Like, you got a sniper, he is
oh,
the sniper. He's that weird
oh,
dude with the little bird, I think, and a weird eye.
oh,
Old
yeah.
dude.
Sorry, no, I was thinking of the one
Unless I got their
after that.
names wrong. Unless, like,
No,
I forget their
no.
names because they're all like different named. Like,
No,
the
I
end
think you're
and the
right.
trauma and whatever the other one is.
Yeah, that boss fight actually gave me trauma because like I was out of ammo and I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know. I just kept, I don't know, punching, stunning him with a grenade and then punching him. But not great to be in a boss fight against a sniper with no ammo. Won't recommend that to anyone.
Interesting if it works. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
If they haven't
Did
changed
it
that much, it probably
was
does work. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
was
there's like a
that
way to.
there in the like HD collection? Was it still there then?
That I don't know
Dunno.
the answer to that. No.
Yeah. Oh, so what happens? Does he die of old age?
Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, true.
You waited
that
so
is
long that he died of age.
That's kind
and
of funny,
You do
though.
nothing. You
That is
literally
funny.
do nothing.
I
It's very
hope they
Kojima.
kept that then. Yeah. I hope they kept
so.
it.
All right. Well, it sounds like for the most part, you had a fantastic experience. So 9 out of 10 for that one. You can read the review on the website. We're going to talk about another old game that's now coming new. The original Gears of War released in 2006, which is crazy to think. You said Metal Gear Solid 3 came out in 2004. Only
Yeah,
2 years
2
later,
years
we got
apart.
Gears.
That doesn't feel right, does it?
Metal Gear Solid 3
really?
feels so much older.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no
Yeah,
idea.
right.
That's like the Mandela effect or something going on.
Yeah. That's what I said
well-
last week too. The Mandela effect.
Well, with the original, we did get that remastered in 2015 with the Ultimate Edition. That was back on Xbox One. This is basically a remastered edition of the remaster. So it's not a remake. It's just Gears of War Reloaded, the Ultimate Edition remastered to be that much better. So if that's not confusing, that's what we're dealing with. And what's crazy, I saw someone post the physical copy of Gears of War Reloaded on PlayStation 5 today. And seeing Marcus Phoenix with a PS5 logo over his head is just like, it doesn't feel real. Like it's like, what timeline are we
Was there
in?
an Xbox logo when you booted it up on PS5?
Yeah. That's not really
so
new
weird.
though, because I've
That's
had
weird.
that with.
Oh yeah,
I've
true.
had that with many games now, like with Pentiment
Yeah.
and Hellblade and a few others. So that's not so as crazy, but like
I haven't
seeing
had that
literally
yet. No
Oh, it will
experience.
change your life. But yeah, when you see Marcus Phoenix with PlayStation branding around him, it just feels weird. Even the PlayStation Australia Instagram promoted Gears of War today, and it was just like, what is happening?
What?
Anyways,
Yeah.
so game itself, I didn't get to play multiplayer. The servers were down before launch. I might hop in and update the review. It all just depends on time. If it's anything like the beta, I talked about it on a previous episode of the podcast. It's basically all the maps, all the cosmetics, all the DLC, all the skins, all of that. It's all just unlocked through progression. So nothing behind paywalls. It's just all available. So if you want to dive in, and I think it's like 70 plus hours or something if you want to try to get the platinum. I'm not doing
Really?
that. It's a lot. Like,
What do you got to do?
is at least 10,000 kills is one of them. So you have to at least either try to spam that with a friend and just boost your numbers. But Gears is very notorious with having Chivos that would take a long time to get. I think it may have been Gears of War 3 that had one where you had to play a match for like consecutively for like a year or something crazy like that.
That's
They
funny.
are notoriously like long running achievements. So if someone does get the platinum for this, they've really put the effort in. So I've said it before, Gears of War, the original, I feel like it's one of the weaker stories, but it's still quite good. It's just weaker when you compare some of the other games in this series. So 2 and 3 are some of my favorites. I don't really like 4 that much. I think that was probably the weakest in terms of the story. 5 I thought was a return to form. I stand corrected. Judgment is the worst one. Judgment is a prequel, which was followed one of the characters, Damon Baird, in his own little side quest before the original game. That was the weakest one, and then 4, then probably this one. But it's still a great game, and like I said, it lays a fantastic foundation for the series. So this one, in terms of narrative, it's more action movie focused. So you get Marcus at the start. He's been locked up, and basically, if you don't know, the world in Gears of War is kind of screwed up. It's been completely overrun by an event called Emergence Day, which is basically E-Day, which is the prequel that will be coming out next year, where it covers that. The Locust Horde, so they're the enemies in the game. They came up and basically rose out from the underground sort of tunnels that they live in and just took over humanity. Like, the planet Sarah is not going well, and I always wonder in Gears of War what they're even fighting for, because like everything's ruined. But this is very much, they're running out of soldiers. They need people. They pardon Marcus Phoenix. His best mate, Dom, gets him out. And then basically we're straight into the action. So throughout this, it's very much an action movie through right in terms of that. Like, the plot is like they need to go and put a bomb here, and half the game is them getting it and detonating it, and then it didn't work. And then they basically spend the rest of the game trying to make sure it works. And they're trying to basically map out all the tunnels to see how much of the Locust Horde is there and what they can do to try to stop them. So it very much lays the foundation for the rest of the trilogy. But I think it's still a heap of fun. I was talking to Ben, friend of the podcast. He didn't love it as much as I did. He sort of felt like it was sort of more of the time, and I do agree with that. Like, we had a discussion today talking about how, like, around this time, I think narratives and strong narratives, especially in shooters, were not as commonplace as they are nowadays. If we're talking 20 odd years ago,
You didn't need it.
It just
You just means
exactly.
to an end. Yeah.
And it even, like, in my opinion, I never found Halo Combat Evolved, that original story, that compelling either. I love the gameplay of it all, but, like, I found the later on games, they were the ones that produced the better stories, at least for me personally. But
Yeah, agreed.
The game itself, it's not very long, this one, like, to actually get through it all the way to the end credits. It'll probably take you about 10 hours or so. I played on normal. It was surprisingly... I'm good at Gears of War, I like to think. So I was able to get through it quite easily, aside from the final battle, because you have to kill the boss in a certain way, and I kept not bringing the right weapon to the encounter. But aside from that, it's very much an action first, and it does sort of sprinkle the seeds of things that you know will come in 2 and 3. So if you haven't played the Gears series at all, this is a perfect entry point, and I understand why they've brought this here now, especially with E-Day coming out, like, get people understanding the main characters and everything. And that's what I think has really made Gears of War so popular. It's the main 4 guys, as well as the responsive gameplay. That's Marcus Phoenix, Dom, Cole, and Baird. They're like sort of bro, like it's very bro, but like they just give each other shit throughout most of the game. Like at first, like Marcus hates Baird, and they just hate the fact that he has to listen to Marcus and all this shit. And like Coltrane is a former like, I think it's called Thrashball in Gears of War, which basically is sport. So he's sort of cocky young guy, you know, and he's just killing off all these locusts and everything like that. So the actual personalities are what really bring that together, and it makes it feel like that sort of old school action movie where you have all these characters that like people remember due to their like one liners or like the just crazy shit that they've done throughout the film. So it's very much leans into that. In terms of the actual performance of the remaster, I thought it was fantastic. Like I said, Planet Sarah looks shit, but it looks visually amazing, if that makes any sense at all. Like the game, the entire world is dilapidated, but with strong lighting, the shadows look great. I'm taking screenshots left, right, and center. I think for the review, I had about like 400 by the end of the damn thing, and I was trying to cut it all down. It's the same with the sound design. When you rev up your chainsaw to just absolutely shred one of the locusts, it's so satisfying. And I think I remember just saying after the beta, like you played the beta as well, Brad. I think this was your first Gears of War experience, wasn't it?
I dabbled across. I don't know if it was the first game, but I did dabble because I think, like when I was growing up, my dad had like the Xbox at his house, so whenever I went over his house, Gears of War was there. Don't remember which one, but I played bits, but like not fully through.
Well, I think you can at least attest to the gameplay being very methodical. Like in comparison to say like a Call of Duty, like you're running and gunning's not going to work here. It's the same with multiplayer and everything. It is a cover-based shooter. Like that is what it is at its core. I believe it was one of the main games to really popularize the whole sticking to cover and the sort of pop and shoot. Yeah. So you have your little roadie run, which is where they just sort of do this little like I'm doing it to the camera, but they sort of crouch down and sprint out to the wall, and they're just like they slam into it, and it's super satisfying. And they're just basically just trying to get flank enemies by taking cover and everything like that. So trying to do that in multiplayer as well, I think people just need to sort of, especially PlayStation owners who've never played before, you can't play it like a Call of Duty. You can't play it like a fast-paced shooter. It is going to be the people that methodically understand where they're going to go is going to succeed. So they're mostly all the good parts that I really enjoyed. I loved listening to the iconic music again. The only bad issues I really had, I mentioned it last week. No. Did I mention it last week? No, I was under embargo. Don't know who I told. Anyways, the AI itself just tends to run inside your like line of fire. And it's just a little frustrating where you have like a headshot ready to go, and then you'll have your AI teammates just run in front. So if you're playing with a friend, you won't have that issue. So there is split screen multiplayer, there's online multiplayer, it's all cross-platform across everything, there's cross progression as well. So if you do buy it across different consoles or PC, you can have that. You can play with your friends on different consoles, no issues. But yeah, the AI itself is just a little cumbersome. So most of the time, it's usually you and just one other AI partner, because they have these multiple sections where it's just like left or right, and two will go one way, two will go the other. So you normally just have one person with you. And yeah, they just tend to run in front of you just enough where it became annoying. Like here and there is fine, but it just, it irked me by the end of it.
So
there's one section.
Sorry. This is a game you'd recommend definitely to play cooperatively if you have that option.
I don't think that AI will make the experience crap. Like it will get annoying, sure, but it's not gonna like completely ruin the adventure for you. I don't think. I think if you played this in co-op, I think you will have almost swore. You will have a tremendous time. I think if you played with a friend, but
that the way you were explaining it, I think reminds me of Resident Evil 6, which also had like a split screen co-op campaign where you kind of go different ways. Like
different.
Yeah, it's like you take kind of different paths and then join up. Like, not
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time.
exactly
but,
like that. Yeah.
Um,
But
So
they don't.
that
Though.
maybe happens like half a dozen
on
times.
It's on a lighter level, isn't it? Like
mm,
Resident Evil 5 was created around that concept. I think Gears of War they just put little bits and pieces.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it only happens a certain amount of times, but yeah, that's just how they keep you with just one person with you most of the time. Like, or your partners will be off like in the sewers, and you'll be tackling it from above and these sort of things. So, yeah, there's one stage where like your AI teammate has to actually go and do a puzzle for you to progress, and like literally Marcus Phoenix was yelling, "Get on with it!" He said it like 3 times, and the AI partners like run around trying to do it. So like when the AI partner itself is getting annoyed at the other AI, like you could tell that there's a little bit of an issue there. So, but like I said, if you're playing play this with a friend, either on couch or online, that's not an issue for you. So it's just something to keep in mind if you are playing single. The only other real issue is so there's a level where you control a vehicle called the Junker, and what you do, it's only used once, just this one mission, probably goes like 10, 15 minutes, if that. But it has these creatures called the Krill, which will attack you. And the only way to kill them is by shining like a bright light on them, right? And you can only drive and only use the bright light at separate occasions. So if you start getting attacked, you have to stop driving and then just shoot the bright light at the enemies. And then when that's done, then you can drive again and you have to stop. It just sucks. Like, it sucked in the original. It sucks now. It just sucks.
You just like you reopened my trauma from that level. I remember now.
Oh, you remember? Yeah.
I do.
And there's an
forgot about it
NPC
until right now.
There's an NPC with you, and he's like saying 6 o'clock, and I'm like turned around, getting ready to kill him, and then they're all coming from like forward. I'm like, that's fucking 12. Like, what are you doing?
Depends
So,
which
yeah.
way he was looking at his watch. If he was facing the other way.
True, he's just staring straight down. So yeah, that was annoying, and then during my first run, I got stuck in the environment, so I had to redo that level because there's no checkpoint throughout that section. But like I said, that's 15 minutes of a like 10 to 12-hour campaign. But that level just sucks. I'm glad that just never appears again, and we just ignore that ever happened. But yeah, overall, it's nuts that Gears is on PlayStation. I gave the campaign itself an 8.5. Like I said, if I can get around in the multiplayer, I will dive in. But there's a lot there. Like if you're playing either single, just with one friend, or multiple, like you're going to have a bunch to do, especially if you're going to hunt down either all the trophies or all the cosmetics that you can actually obtain through progression. I didn't really encounter any performance issues aside from the AI stuff. So I really hope the following games come over as well, because they deserve it. I think the Gear series just keeps getting better across that original trilogy. And yeah, there's some moments which I won't state just in case some PlayStation owners haven't seen the original trilogy or don't know the big things, but there's some really emotional moments in 2 and 3. So I would love to hopefully play them all at some point on PlayStation. Yeah, but gave it an 8.5. Well worth checking out. Just need to keep in mind, it's no Call of Duty.
I have a question.
Oh, yes. Let's do
I have one
questions
too.
first.
After Brad.
All right.
So
Sorry.
okay, first quick
No, I forgot
question.
to ask questions, to be honest.
Is this a remaster or a remake?
It's a remaster of a remaster.
Okay. All
Done.
right.
All right.
Okay.
Covered
I
that
have a
at the
question.
start.
I know.
Ridiculous.
I just wasn't sure.
Inception like here.
In terms of like 1-for-1, I know this is a remaster, so maybe this question isn't relevant anymore, but there's nothing extra here, really.
No, I don't think so. Mind you, it's like how you played Metal Gear Solid so long ago, right? I haven't played this for a good long while. But it's like how like me mentioning the Junker and everything, Birdo's like, oh, I remember. It was like as soon as I
only
got behind
remembered
the
until
wheel.
you said it. Yeah.
But it's like once I was behind the wheel, I was like, oh, I know where we're going next. Oh, I remember this. Or I remember the Berserker where you have to use the what is it? The big, it's like a sunbeam from the sky using a satellite. Hammer of Dawn, that's the one. And you have to try and use it on the Berserker to kill it. And like it's just so intense because this thing's just like screeching as it runs through, knocking down pillars and everything. Like these scenes were iconic once I started playing. But I don't think there's any particular changes from the original. No.
Yeah. Well, that was all. Better.
I guess it was a more question for all of us. You mentioned how you want the others to come here, right? How do you think it'll sell? Do you think it'll actually sell well? Is Gears relevant? Because I feel like with Xbox and its unique position that it's in now, some of its valuable franchises I feel have lost a little bit of their, I don't know, sail, wind,
Cachet.
whatever the thing is. Yeah, just feels a little, I don't know. Do you think it'll do well?
Well, the whole topic of Xbox and how they've changed the landscape of gaming is something we should definitely cover at some point on the podcast.
At one point, yeah.
Yes. I would like it to sell. It's no Halo, but even again, like as you were saying, like I don't even know if Halo has the same like sort of attachment that it used to. Just simply,
Get it?
yeah.
Halo Reach.
Oh, hey. But yeah, I would love to see it sell. The people I have talked to, because like primarily my audience on Instagram is PlayStation focused. Like the people that have seen me talk about Gears have said, yeah, exactly. They have seen like they want to, but again, like I have hardcore gaming followers. So will the casual see Gears of War? I feel like the actual franchise itself, the IP is well known enough that I think a PlayStation person jumping into EB will see it and go, oh, I didn't know Gears was on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably what Microsoft are hoping for. But yeah, I hope so. But obviously, we'll have to revisit that by when sales numbers actually come out, I guess.
I don't think it's going to like do like huge numbers, but I think it'll definitely sell more on PlayStation than it will on Xbox. And even
probably will,
to that point, like I think it will still sell more than the amount of people signing up to Game Pass to play this too. Like there's more money out of PlayStation, which is kind of why it's on there now, but
why it exists.
Yeah. And it's like, I'm not saying like it didn't probably cost them a bit of money to make this, but it's a remaster of a remaster. So like it wouldn't have like broke the bank compared to a remake. So
it's a safe bet.
Yeah. And like back to Halo, I do think like if Halo came to PlayStation, I feel like it would be like, sorry,
huge.
Jamie, I feel like it would be bigger than Gears of War coming to.
No, I agree. Halo is the bigger franchise. They're wrong, but it is.
It's the bigger one, but it might not be the bigger one
by far. Yeah,
it's not the best one.
No.
Any other questions before we move on to Shinobi Ninja time?
Yeah, Ninja time.
Oh, okay. I thought you had another question.
Yeah, same.
No,
you did.
I might as well just keep going. We got to keep going.
Yeah.
All right, go Ninja, go.
Yeah, look, I'll be brief. It's a great game. It is.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm trying to be original here because you guys have both done remasters or remakes, but this is a reimagining of basically the original game. So how's that for a trio of games that we have today? So this is just a reimagining of the old school Shinobi games. If you ever played it on the Sega or Sega, however you want to pronounce it. I was more of a Nintendo boy, although I did play a bit of Shinobi back in the old days, and I think I played one of them when it was on PlayStation from memory. So it's been around for a while now. Very long time. The biggest thing, obviously, when you play this game is the way that it looks. Visually, it's beautiful. It's striking. It's fluid. It's just a lot of fun. I think the developers Lizard Cube, they also did Streets of Rage, which is another Sega franchise, and Wonder Boy, I think as well, which is also another Sega franchise. So they have a very good working relationship, and I think Sega have gone to lean into them as their, hey, here's an old franchise that we have, what can you do with it? So this is their best game that they've made. I've played the other two. Specifically, I've played Streets of Rage 4 a lot more, and I enjoyed that a lot. But this is just so much better. And I think it's because it's the type of game. It's not a Metroidvania, and I think I did point that out in my review, and I noticed a lot of people have mentioned that in their reviews as well. it's light. Like, it touches on it lightly. There's a lot of times where you can go back, because the way that the progression works is that each level you learn something new, which allows you to get to a different place in the levels before it. So by the end of the levels, at the end of the game, you can go back and uncover some secrets, and there's plenty of them. But it's very straightforward. It's very linear. Best thing about it is the combat. It's a lot of fun. Usual, heavy attacks, light attacks, enemies that have shields, different ways that you can kill them. They have this really striking like art design when it comes to like a Shinobi or Ninja Strike. I forget the specific name for it, but you just hold down 2 buttons after you've kind of like staggered them to a little point. They have this little icon on the top, and he just zips in and one kill, one shots them, get more health, get more, I guess, rewards for all of that. And it kind of invites you to be stylish. It wants you to play it like it's fun, like it's a live, almost like a live action, I don't know, art in a way, because it is so beautiful to look at. Story wise, there's really not much into it. It is, as to steal the line of Jamie, it is like a live action movie in the sense of like the 80s, if anything, the absurdity of it, like you're a ninja who is leaving your pregnant wife to go off and destroy some military, created by some dude named Lord Roos, who is like, I don't know, in touch with like the netherworld. Like, it's so absurd, but you're like, yeah, this makes sense. Like, whatever, it is what it is. So, story, you're not really interested in the story, you're here for the gameplay, and I think that's why I love it, because I am more gameplay focused, not really huge on story, although I do love some story into my games. Sometimes you just want to zone out and have fun. All the levels are very different. Like, as much as I said it's get from point A to point B in linear, there's always something to do. So in some instances, they make it a little bit more difficult in order for you to progress through it. Sometimes you got to collect certain things. Sometimes you got to find certain characters. Sometimes you got to, I guess, destroy these little mini, I don't know, like generators or something completely different in order to progress through. It always introduces something different. And I think that's what I love about it. You can tell that there was a lot of love and care, like, oh, let's do this at this point now. And you're like, okay, this makes sense. Like, it makes sense to the level. Like, nothing seems too absurd, although it is already absurd as it is. But it just genuinely fits. Don't really know what else to say. I mean, it's more the enjoyment that I had. It's just the minute-to-minute gameplay is just so fun and addictive. And while I mentioned Metroidvanias, they're one of my favorite genres, I would say. Like, I love Metroid and I love Castlevania, so obviously they're my favorite. I mentioned it a couple times on the pod, but I like how it was. It wasn't too heavy on that. Like, it was just enough. Like, I go back and I remembered. Whereas, like, in Metroidvania games like Hollow Knight and all that, like, sometimes you kind of forget that you can go back to a certain place. Like, you look at the map and then you have to travel to a certain spot. But here's so simple. World map, go to the level. Yep, this is where I haven't gone. Go straight to it, explore. Didn't really have very many big issues with the game itself. Just apart from the fact that at the end it did get a little bit repetitive, but that's probably just because of I played it on the hardest setting, which is Shinobi, and it became a little bit samey, which felt, because the character models are kind of the same, but they changed like the colors. You know how some games do that? Like,
Yeah.
All of a sudden this character now has a shield, and you're like, okay, we're doing this again. That was about it. The other thing was the difficulty spike. So it was really fun and engaging and rewarding. That's the word I want to use here, because it felt like I was accomplishing something. But the stronger you got, the easier you got until the very end. The last 2 levels were just insanely difficult. And I can see a lot of people quitting on the second last level, especially because the level itself is, it's just really hard to traverse. Like, the best way to explain it is kind of think of like those, Mario Maker levels where someone makes a level and it's all spikes. You know what I mean? And you're like, oh man, I have to do this whole thing now. It's like, yeah, you do. This is the level. So
I would quit.
yeah,
Is it
it's
checkpoints?
there are checkpoints and they're very good. Like it's quite encouraging. Like they put them. You can tell that they put them there because they knew people would get frustrated. However,
Mm.
the way it works is when you fall off, you die straight away. You revert back to the last time that you stepped foot on like a ledge. So it reverts back to that until you lose your whole life, and then you go straight back to the last checkpoint.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, on the Shinobi level, things hit harder. So the more the more you do it, the more you lose your health, the more you go back to the checkpoint. And me being like, the more impatient you become, the more risks you take, and then you're in this cycle of like abuse to yourself. Like, I just want to get through it, but you get so frustrated you can't get through it. The last boss is ridiculous. It was so hard. It's not even funny. I was like, yeah, not a lot of people are going to get it. I played the game in all the levels, the 3. There's like a custom one where you can choose specifically what you want to do to make it easy or harder. So like less health enemies, but take more damage, or take less damage but more health, or like you can kind of like custom tailor it to your style. I didn't really play too much into that one. I played easy, and easy is way too easy. But you'll enjoy it a lot more. Like I did the last boss on the hardest setting and on the easiest setting. One took 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, and then the easiest took 5 minutes. So that's the big difference. Like it's insane. Like it's insane difference.
I have a question. Sorry if you've kind of touched on this. So you said you can like, if you wish, like go back and find like secrets and such. How are they unlocked? Like, do you get gadgets or like, do you get? Is there a skill tree or anything? Like,
Not a
what?
skill tree. It's you unlock
Okay.
abilities that you can, or gear that you can use.
Okay.
But you can
Right.
only
Yeah.
use 2 at a time. One's passive and the other one is like
A button.
yeah, almost. So
Mm.
you can only choose 2 at any point in time. And then you can unlock different ones depending on the secrets that you have found. Alternatively, you gain more money, and there's like a shop which you can buy certain skills and upgrades. But the progression is made in a way where by the end of the game I had everything.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it didn't really incentivize me too much to go back. It only did for the things that were genuinely like an OCD checklist, like a platinum gamer. Like, I have to get 3 more out of the 6 lab key, and the lab key will take me somewhere. So it's like, oh, I really got to find it. But then when you get to the point where you have to do that level, it's like, God damn it. And I do want to mention that there are these things called rifts, and they're very, very, very difficult. Think of it like Zelda with the little levels
The
that you find
shrines.
around. Yeah,
The
the shrines.
Shrines.
Yeah, and it's like you have to just use all your skills to get to the end kind of thing. It's like that. But think Shinobi. So like some of them are straight up just battling 100 enemies at once, and it's a lot of fun, and you just got to survive to the very end. But the other ones are the platforming ones, and that's the hardest one. The platforming ones are really hard. So think of the most difficult stages in Ori and Hollow Knight, like that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can see your thinking face, Jamie. So
Yeah, I was like, I wonder if this is harder than Celeste. Those ones that you're talking about.
yeah, it feels Celeste, yeah, but I think Celeste is much harder and more annoying.
Yeah, probably.
But no,
I
gave
have
it
a
a
question.
8.5, I think. So it was good. Very good. It's just not for everyone.
So this is completely single player, right? Because I know in Streets of Rage 4 we had the co-op elements, but this is just strictly single.
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Oh, damn. I was like, oh, easy sounds like I could get my missus to play it because she did love Streets of Rage 4. I love Streets of Rage 4. But yeah, this sounds fantastic. I'd be, as soon as I saw the initial trailer for it, I was like, This is gorgeous and reminds me of Streets of Rage 4. Happened to be that's from Lizard Cube, so no wonder why it looks awesome. But yeah, it sounds definitely a game. I've already added it to my own wish list, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Any other questions from anyone before we move on to the next topic? Easy done. You can read all these reviews over on next-play.com.
I think that's the first time I think all three of us have had a review in one episode.
Yeah,
I think so.
I don't
Actually,
think it's ever happened.
No,
the only other times is when I've read a bunch of shout outs, but I don't think we've all specifically had one.
Yeah.
I've been reviewing everything at
We've
the
been busy.
recent time. Very busy indeed. You know who else has been busy? Team Cherry. They came out and actually told us Silksong exists. Who would have thought?
Yeah.
So the game is actually coming out in a week from now. Just over a week. Next Thursday on September 4th. That is, it's actually nuts. Like, I was expecting it maybe November-ish or something, not just the 2-week lead up of, here you go, please just take it. Like, stop asking for it, just have the game. So I just wanted to get everyone's thoughts on, well, the release date. Will you be playing it day one? We can discuss what we think of the hype machine behind this game as well, which I'd love to hear people's thoughts on. Brad, can I get all your thoughts first on this?
Yeah, so sue me, but I haven't actually played Hollow Knight.
All right, Berto, what do you have to say about this?
No, wait. First of all, congrats to Team Cherry for finally, well, they're about to release it, but congrats for having a date. I do feel bad for anything that was coming out next week. A lot of indie games have pushed their release dates back to avoid that.
Chronos is out next week, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, it is actually. So that's... We'll see
Different
how that
audience,
pans out.
but still, yeah, we'll see.
Still, I would say that this is the biggest launch of the year. I can't think... Like, I would say so.
It is.
Until
It's got the most hype
GTA.
behind it.
Until GTA next year. I think this... I mean, it's not as big as GTA, obviously, but like, you think of the biggest games like Split Fiction, Expedition 33, Ghost of Yotei. Like, people are excited about it, but no one's been waiting 8 years for that game.
It's almost mythical at this point, which like it has its own sort of lore behind it, and I think that's why the whole internet's just behind it and just completely hyped about it.
It just doesn't feel real, and like it's just so. Nintendo have allegedly a Nintendo Direct next month, and it's like gonna be the first Direct where people haven't been like, Silksong's gonna be in it because it's gonna be out, so it won't. It's weird. I did want to point out there was a Bloomberg article by Jason Schreier. I have only read bits of it because it's like behind a paywall, but they interviewed Team Cherry and said that the first Hollow Knight game has sold over 15 million copies, which is massive and
crazy but believable.
That's
I bought it twice.
I bought it 3 times.
I feel like I bought it once. I don't know where though, but that must make it one of like probably the biggest Australian game ever. I would say. I can't even think of anything that might have sold that much. That is massive.
What's another Australian studio? There was Rockstar was one. Wasn't Rockstar Sydney or something? They were around for a little while, but they were defunct.
They had LA Noire, but I wouldn't think that would have sold 15 million at all.
No. Even like if off the top of my head, when I think of like indie Australian studios that might have sold a lot, Cult of the Lamb pops up, but
it's nowhere near this one.
No, it wouldn't be. I don't think it gets enough fanfare
It's not
from
as
the
old,
Australian like mainstream media or anything like for how well it's done, because that's like ridiculous numbers.
I think the Australian media, like the mainstream one, they'll report on this really stupidly, in my opinion. I reckon they'll be like, "Oh, there's
Do you
this
remember
new game?
Well, there's another video game."
And they'll be like, "It only took was some people from Adelaide. Was it Adelaide they're from? I
Yeah.
bet
It
you,
is, yeah,
you
yeah.
could see it now. It's going to be dumb. I think it's the number one most wish listed Steam game
Yeah.
ever.
Jump straight away, I think.
Ever. Okay, so the records are going to get absolutely smashed. To answer some of the questions that Jamie mentioned, I am going to buy it. Will I play it straight away? Most probably. I did play Hollow Knight. I passed it, and I think I started to do some of the extras in it, but it's almost a bloated game, that one. It just keeps going and going and going. And it just gets harder as you progress. Kind of like the Shinobi effect, right? Just the more, just very rewarding in general. I loved it. Is there a physical version of it? I don't know.
I don't believe so. No, not yet. But
Okay. That's what I would want. But I think I'm doing the exact same thing I did with Hollow Knight by buying it
you did the same as me.
digitally and then physically. And I even posted a physical picture of my game recently, and it's still wrapped in plastic. I'll probably never open it.
Was that like limited run or something, or was it an actual release?
Fan gamer, I believe. Well, mine was
Okay.
fan gamer.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's something like that. And it was limited release, I think. It's very hard to find now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very expensive now, I believe.
Um,
I was the
yeah,
same as you. I
keen
think.
as.
Yeah.
Keen. Just a little bit worried, obviously, because, like I said, expectations are so high and people are so mean, I guess,
I think-
especially if they don't like things that are different to what they expect.
I think, like, I know I haven't played it, but I think it just looks like more of Hollow Knight, which is what I think everyone wants. Like, I don't think they're expecting anything groundbreaking.
Oh.
I have heard it
Are they?
differently of
I don't
what
think they
they're
are.
doing.
Well, it depends if you
expanded a lot.
what circles you see online. Like, let's be honest. Like Spider-Man 2, right? People complained about that because it was just more Spider-Man. They were like, "What the hell?
Yeah.
It's just more Spider-Man." It's like, well, what did you expect? So I could see either going of two ways. People going, "It's more Hollow Knight," and I'm so happy about it, or some people going, "It's just more Hollow Knight," and we waited 8 years for this. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
the internet's toxic. That's just what I was talking
they
about with the
are.
hype machine. I do worry about how it will be received. I hope it's all good and all well, and it's all just positive praise. I would love to see this game get 10s all across the board.
I
Game
think
of the
it'll
year.
be a Game
Imagine
of
that.
the Year contender.
Yeah, that'd be
Imagine
nuts.
that.
Because I was the same as Bodo. I bought it when it was on Switch first, I believe. I bought it digitally because everyone said I
Switch,
would
yeah.
love it.
Yep.
Didn't get around to playing it, and then it came to PlayStation. I bought it digitally on PlayStation to play it. Never got around to it, and then the physical was announced, and I bought the physical. And then I did play it, and it's easily probably up there, probably in my top 10. I need to figure out like my actual top 10 at one stage,
Yeah.
but yeah, Hollow Knight
It's
was
that
fantastic.
good. The music is amazing, man.
The music, the world, like you begin to learn that map like the back of your hand, and you just flow through the entire level. Like when you start getting all your different abilities and everything like that. Like
So well made.
I played the hell out of that game. Like I'd be curious to see how long Silksong is. So I would love to start getting some numbers on like how long to beat, just so I could see if I could work it into any sort of free time I will have.
Allegedly.
It looks long.
it's yeah.
They said
is.
over 40 legendary bosses. And I don't know. To me, that just seems like it's not going to be a short game by any means.
I heard they have
Well,
quests. Put it that way. They
Oh,
have
quests as
actual
well.
like actual quest lines, and like Brad mentioned, like an overabundant of like characters now. Like if I think I read somewhere it's like a level is the size of the game in Hollow Knight almost. Like it's
Oh
that
god, that seems
stupid.
Too much.
that seems
You know what I
too
mean?
much.
I think it is too much. I think this is going to be
But
like
then-
a Elden Ring, like
That scares
way
me.
too much. Well, unless
I feel like
they somehow work.
I feel like
towards
no
it.
one really knows. I know that
It's a rumor.
think
as
it
well,
was
by the way.
it was playable at Gamescom, I think. So, and I'm sure they only got a snippet. I don't think anyone actually has an idea of the like scale of this game as like compared to the first one.
Well, I'll be very curious because yeah, I don't know when I'll find time to actually get around to it. But yeah, I
Me
wish
neither.
nothing of the best. It's great to see Aussie devs absolutely smash it, and to have this much hype behind it is actually crazy. And like, obviously,
And
I'm biased from Adelaide. Like, we have nothing going on.
yeah.
The local government doesn't even really think video games exist.
They will
So
after
it's
this.
nice to
I'll
see.
interview them.
Yeah, that will be one of those things where, you know, as
You
you
see
were
it.
talking about the news broadcast. If we're talking about funny news broadcast side thing, because you mentioned it before, I keep seeing people like stealing Pokemon cards, and it's every news story goes the same thing where it's like, you remember that thing from the 90s? And it's like fucking Pokemon
Yeah.
being like popular for so long.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
it's not a
still
weird
here.
thing. Yeah, and it's
I
expensive
hate it
as.
when the mainstream talk about our
It,
hobby.
like,
It's
in fact,
so out of
it's like
touch.
it's more popular than ever. Like Scarlet
You
and
remember
Violet sold the
Pac-Man?
most.
It's so stereotypical. It's disgusting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like yeah.
it's funny if it wasn't so sad. But
Anyway,
anyways, yeah,
so
hopefully it all goes well, and we'll
and
we
it's
will
out on.
have a review up, I believe, as well.
I hope, but yeah. It is out on like basically everything: PC, Switch, Switch 2, Xbox One, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, and on
Really?
Game Pass. So there's gonna be
Stadia?
million.
Vita?
Hey, apparently, well, I didn't fact check this, so don't. This is alleged.
Breaking news.
Apparently, the original Kickstarter said it was going to come out on Wii U, so I don't think that's happening anymore.
Oh,
That's
I want to dust my Wii
hilarious.
U off for that. I
That's
don't even know
funny.
the servers if you can even buy digital games on the Wii U anymore.
I think
don't
it's
even think
down.
you
I
can.
think they've cut it out. haven't
It's
they?
gone. No, it's just funny that it was that long ago that's what it was
Yeah.
going to release on.
Rest in peace, Wii U. Moment of
Gone
silence
but
for
not
Wii U.
forgotten.
No, it's definitely forgotten. Anyways, Brad, I'm gonna let you take this new news story because you wanted to just discuss EB Games and their retro lineup.
Yeah, so EB Games have like slowly been drip feeding their retro range, which got introduced a few months ago. Recently, they added, I think it was Wii U and I want to say PS3.
PS1? Could have sworn I saw Crash or
Actually,
something.
yeah, it was PS1 because I remember seeing, I think it was Final Fantasy VII when it first launched, and then it didn't last very long. Yeah, so I just wanted to gauge how we're feeling on that because when we first discussed this, I don't know if it was late last year or just very early this year. We were a bit concerned uh, in regards to how much EB would charge for these retro games and like what condition they'd be in if you ordered them online. Like, would they come without cases? Would there be a giant rip in the sleeves or something? Would the disc be completely scratched? Has anyone bought anything? Oh, I should mention that actually, I'm pretty sure every store in Australia now has some form of retro range. Even my local one, which is like a tiny, tiny shoebox of an EB Games, has a little retro section squashed in the corner. Yeah. So has anyone bought anything?
Yeah.
I have. I've bought online and in person. Yeah, I think most EBs have the retro range now. Obviously, it varies in terms of what you're seeing. Like, I think the most part, 90% of them end up being either SingStar, FIFA, or Call of Duty. But I have found some good ones. I picked up the Assassin's Creed 3 Steelbook the other day for only $8.
Nice.
There was a couple of collector's editions. I think I got a Killzone Steelbook, Tomb Raider edition for Xbox 360, and I bought Ni no Kuni, which I was really wanting to get a PS3 copy of for my collection. Fantastic game, by the way.
Yep.
I did order one package online. I was impressed with how they sent it out. I will say that. I bought a Rayman collection for PS2, Mass Effect 1 for PS3, because I didn't know that was actually a separate release anywhere, so I grabbed that one. And I think the other one was NBA Jam on PS3, which was, again, for my collection. Fantastic game again. I don't know why we're not getting any more NBA Jam games. They all the discs were in sort of separate little CD sleeves, and they were also
Yes.
wrapped really nicely, which I did like, and I didn't really have any issues with the ones I got. Obviously, I guess you just have the flip of a coin with that sometimes, because I've ordered pre-owned games from EB Games before, sometimes you get the little bunny on the cover because they don't have the sleeve, and then sometimes, it will be fine. So I guess that's just sort of what you're going to get sometimes if you
With
buy
that, I
online.
have noticed on the website for retro games, sometimes like there'll be like two listings for a game. One will have like
Fluctuating
the
price.
key art or that, but one will have the key art and then one will just be a blank image. So I'm wondering if that's how they're kind of like listing what you're gonna get. Because
Potentially.
like
I haven't
why
I haven't
else
tested
wouldn't
that,
they
but
have the key art? They have key art for almost everything, but there's certain listings that just have like a blank um EB Games case with the like standard font of the game. So I think maybe that's their way of like telling you what you might get if you order online.
potentially. I did notice a lot of the higher priced games don't tend to have the cover art, at least from my own little
Mm,
observation. So unsure if either A, they haven't been able to obtain a nice version of the image,
mm,
or it could be what you said as well, but I haven't been able to test it. In terms of the pricing is very reasonable. I will
mm,
say I was definitely wrong in terms of that. But when you go back to how much they're actually paying for the games, like we touched on it once before, that was a
mm,
Living with Retro Gaming, I think his name was, on Instagram.
mm,
Go check them out. They went and wanted to test out what money they would get for some really retro games, and they were really undercut with how much that you'd probably able to do if you were privately selling them. So I guess if you do undercut enough, you could sell anything super cheap. You know what I mean? If I give you
mm,
$5 for your car, I can sell it at $1,000 and still make a good profit. So
mm,
that, again, to consumers that maybe aren't doing the research as to, this box of games with like the orange box or whatever in your little collection, maybe just check out how much they're worth first. But then who do you put the blame on at that point? Like the actual person throwing it in, they don't want to deal with it. They want to look up the pricings, and EB capitalize on that. So,
some people just can't be bothered like listing it on
very
eBay
true.
and then posting it.
And dealing with the idiots who are like, "Is it available?" And you go, "Yes," and they never respond ever again.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I have been impressed, at least when I have ordered online, how they were packed and everything like that.
Mm.
And yeah, the pricing is quite good. Berto, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, just the most interesting takeaway that I had. I've bought a couple of steelbooks like you. The most recent one was Mass Effect 3, an EB collector's edition. I think it was for 360. And another one was another Mass Effect one, because I don't have any Mass Effect steelbooks, and I'd love to have more. $18 was one, and the other one was $8. And there was another one that was like a collector's edition of Forza that was like $6. And I think the funniest thing that I find, and in the most like ironic, humorous way, not funny, haha, but like the fact that you mentioned how people at the beginning, myself included, were thinking that we would get ripped off, right? But in essence, the market that's been created by people selling retro games was us all along, in a way, because I don't feel like EB Games has actually done what we thought they would do, which is to buy, let's say, a game that's rarer and then sell it at a unreasonable price. I've seen a few stories in Instagram of other people that we follow, and they've bought these really rare games, like ridiculously rare. And then the next stories, you see them selling it for 4 times as much. And I found that quite, again, not funny, but ironic funny. Like we've
Are
gone
we
to
the
the point.
baddies?
We are essentially, we've created the market that we want, and so I'm not saying that EB's doing good, because they're not, because of a lot of practices that I disagree with. But in this instance, when it comes to this topic, I think they have actually done pretty well for where I'm at. Now, the reason I say that specifically is I'm based in Brisbane. I'd say I'm pretty central to the city. I don't see too many retro stores around, but the ones that I do go to, or the ones that I have been very reasonable. I don't know what it's like in Sydney or Melbourne or anything like that. But again, from what I've seen and the way people have bought their retro games and then resold them at a crazy price, then it's just really funny the way it's turned out. It's not what I expected or what we discussed, and I'm kind of glad that I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely one of those. I'm glad at least being in Adelaide because we don't have CEX, so the only real way to buy like
So we
retro
do.
games is
And it's
Yeah.
expensive.
I was
in
gonna
those
say
ones.
Yeah,
when
that's
I went to Brisbane earlier this year, I went to see like I made it a point to go to CEX because I was like, oh, I see lots of people go there like on Instagram, and I went there and I was disappointed.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was
okay.
like, oh, yeah, I was pretty like, I was like in there for like 3 minutes, and then I was like, there's nothing here. Like, there's nothing like good.
See, I've never been, and yeah, in Adelaide we don't have them. The only real options if you're looking for retro stuff is like either what cashies. We have
Mm,
savers, but savers sort of have a blanket where most of their PS3 or 360 games end up being like $15, and
mm,
anything that is more, usually behind the counter, and you can't even really see the price unless you ask someone to go and grab it for you just to see it overpriced and put it back. So, it's
mm,
nice to have an option to go and look at games while you're at the shops. Now you head to the shopping center, you can just look at some retro stuff.
mm.
It's nice, I guess.
There's a lot of
Okay,
stores in
so
Brisbane. But yeah, continue, bro.
yeah. I have a little story. So I have bought some stuff online. I bought every Zelda game on Wii U. Uh Specifically I want to talk about Breath of the Wild. This was $48 and like very good condition. No issues with it at all. So a few months before EB started listing Wii U games, I went to cash converters in my hometown and they had this behind glass for like 120.
Mm.
Like, so when I saw this for $48, I was like, yes. uh and I don't think this had like there wasn't that much printed for this, I don't think, because well, compared to Switch at least.
Mm.
Um because obviously no one had a Wii U, and it was like it came out the same day as the Switch. Like most people were buying a Switch to play Breath of the Wild. I think a very minority of people actually played Breath of the Wild on Wii U, unless they just simply didn't have a Switch or wasn't going to get a Switch anytime soon. But
Mm.
just yeah,
So
there's a lot of discrepancies like between like EB and like cashies, for instance.
Well, just having the different option there, like it dilutes the market a little bit. Because even you go on Facebook Marketplace, I have seen EB Games wanting to sell a game for like $8 or something like that, but people were trying to sell on Facebook Marketplace for like 20. So
Mm.
Yep.
leaning into what Birdo was talking about in terms of are we the baddies? Um,
Yes.
it gives you more to go. Oh, okay. Well, we can bargain this down a bit because I'm getting it from a reliable retailer who's going to give me a receipt or potentially insurance on my purchase, whereas you're just a random who could potentially shift me for my $10-15. So it's like the risk and reward of trying to like, will it potentially throw spanners into the market where cashies are dropping some of their retro stuff because like they're not moving inventory, because
Mm.
you will get inventory very quickly when it comes to this sort of stuff. So be really interesting how the market will potentially shift when it comes to retro gaming pricing.
Yeah,
Mm.
that is going to be interesting how it all pans out because it is getting bigger. Like the store that I usually go to, like you said, it's like a shoebox, and then this time it was a lot. It was more like 4 shoeboxes. So it's getting more varied and wild. You still get the crazy, Wii Fit, 16 editions of that. Like whatever, that's okay. But
I saw a Hannah Montana game on Wii when I went to IEB Games
nice.
on the weekend. Almost got it, but
yeah,
I
sells
didn't.
for $800.
Probably.
Play the PS3 one. It has a platinum. I have that. Anyways, well, there we go. We've covered everything we can on the EB retro market. We are now going to shift over to the Next Play Game Corner. Every week, the winner from the previous week will quiz the other panelists on different gaming stuff, name the game, different sound effects, and everything like that. This week, I will be the quiz master. I am bringing over, which I'm now just going to call it the Next Play Roulette, basically Russian roulette. We take different shots of trying to name something within a category. Someone gets it wrong, they lose, the other person wins. So I've got 3 different categories here. We will just be taking it turns, so no one needs to call out their names or anything. Any questions? Everyone understands how the game works?
Do I have a time limit?
Reasonable. We want to go to bed tonight.
Okay.
Agreed.
You just count it down then. You just let us know the cutoff. Like,
all right. If I think you're taking the piss, I'll let you know. So the first category, I've made it very centric to both of you, seeing as you both have a Switch 2. We are going to be naming every playable character from the website. I found the listing of the characters within Mario Kart World. I have 50 here.
I haven't touched that since I reviewed it.
Oh, well, that means everyone... You know the heavy hitters, and then we're just going to see who breaks down first. Now, who wants to volunteer to go first?
I will. Okay. All right.
Brad it is. Clean sweep. Brad is going first.
All
right, let's go.
Cow.
Cow is in there. Berto.
Mario.
Oh, he's not in. No, he's in there. All right, Brad.
Luigi.
Luigi is gone. Yes. Berto?
Peach.
Oh, I was going to take Princess Peach, but I'll let you have that one.
Oh, come on.
Berto. Brad, your go.
Rosalina.
All right. Correct. Berto?
Toad.
Toad. Well, the heavy hitters are slowly going away. Brad?
Yoshi.
Yoshi. Yes, he is there. Berto.
Bowser.
Bowser is in there. Bradley.
Daisy.
Daisy. Berto.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong Bonanza, he's there. All right. Brad.
Bowser Jr.
Oh, he's starting to
not
get
in it, is he?
hesitant. No, he's in it, but we
it's
get slower with the answers now. All right, Berto, let's go.
Wario.
Wario is correct. Bradley.
Waluigi.
Nice. You should win by default, but we'll keep going.
I should. Let's stop here.
Berto.
Have we said Yoshi already?
I don't know. Have we?
I don't know. Have you been listening to the show?
I like complete. Okay, then it's been said. I'm trying to run out already. What else is it? Oh, what do you call it? The little mole dude. Mole, I think his name is. Or
Oh, he's got a first name.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have a first
He does.
name,
He has a first name. The last name is Mole.
Yeah, that's his name. Mole.
What's
Mr.
the first
Mole.
name? Go for a different one then.
I
There's
can't
still
believe I'm
some,
running
I
out
would say.
already.
Yeah, there's some heavy hitters still there.
I've got heaps still.
Mm-hmm. There's a tangent that will get you like 6
Yeah,
if you go down a certain rabbit hole.
Is there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, are we talking about like additional suits and stuff like that, aren't we?
No, they're different characters.
They're different characters technically.
Yeah, right. How come I forget so easily when it comes to Mario
Almost
Kart every single time?
Almost everyone is in
Every
this. So
time.
think of any enemies in Mario, anything. I can only help so much here.
Oh, Koopa.
What's his last name?
Is he
I
in
think
it?
I think
Yeah.
he is. Is he?
Yes, he is.
Ah,
Fact check
yes,
me.
he is. He is. No, I
Okay.
thought it started with a C. I have it in alphabetical order. No, it's K. What's his last name?
Mm.
No, there is no last name, is there?
Yeah,
Yes,
Cooper
there
what?
is.
Yeah.
Is
It
it actually a
rhymes.
last name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It rhymes with
Man,
Cooper.
I'm really bad. Does it actually?
They're taking the piss. The
Yeah.
taking the piss meter is rising.
No, there isn't. I don't know. Cooper.
100% there is.
I don't know. Is it Cooper Trooper?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, right.
Bradley.
All right. Pauline.
Pauline. Yes, she's there.
I was going to say,
read the
I don't
wrong
know her
for a
last
second.
name.
Birdo. Quick game's a good game. Come on.
Yeah, I'm trying. Far out.
Like I said, think of enemies. That shouldn't really be helping you. I want you to
No,
lose,
you
so-
shouldn't.
Yeah, I
wanna
know,
win.
but I know who they are. It's just you give me these bloody. They have like different names and stuff like that. Boo.
What's his title?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh,
there's two.
damn it,
Boo
bro.
is the
King Boo.
very well done. You are
I
correct.
hate you guys so much.
Bradley.
Baby Mario.
Baby Mario. All right. Berto.
Baby Luigi.
See, I told you, if people went down a certain rabbit hole, you'd
I
have a
didn't
bunch.
want to open this can of worms.
You've opened it. I'm going down with you.
I
Alright.
have, yeah.
Brad.
Baby Rosalina.
See, the good thing is there's only two more left. So if Birdo gets the baby and then you get one, he's screwed. So Birdo,
Baby Peach.
you'll go. Baby Peach. All right. There's only one baby left. Bradley.
I think it's Baby Daisy.
It is
Pretty
Baby
sure it
Daisy.
is.
Berto, back to you again.
Penguin.
Penguin is correct. Bradley, man, the tables have turned. How the
What's his
turntable?
title?
Sure has, yes.
Well, think. What
Okay.
was Birdo talking about before? But he couldn't remember the first name.
I don't know his name. I don't know the
Oh,
mole's name.
All right.
Okay. Let me think.
I don't know any Mario songs to sing.
Oh. Okay.
Use
I
your
think
words.
Dry Bones is a character.
Dry Bones is a
Yeah,
character.
It is. Damn
Such
you.
a character.
You better not have another one, Birdo, because I'm out.
Oh my god. Piranha Plant.
Piranha Plant is there. It's getting tense now. Bradley, it's back onto you.
I can see him. I just don't know the names. Because you guys
Yeah,
say
there's
they
a
have
lot of
different
weird names. There's a lot of weird names.
Like I said, I did give some hints.
Yeah, you have.
You gave them all to Birdo. I need a hint.
They're still relevant to you. Same game.
Okay.
You reviewed the damn thing. Hurry up.
Yeah, we've
Yeah,
already
you
said
did.
all the good characters.
I feel like we've
yeah,
missed a
um,
good character.
There is one more that I would consider. They appear in different games quite a lot. But like this, like as I said, I said enemies, and there are some enemies here that are.
I know, I just can't think of them.
Always throw in the towel.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Who do you think I am? Okay.
Speak out loud. Talk as you go.
I'm just
Yeah.
trying to picture the cover art because there's literally like 40 characters on it.
Mm-hmm.
How many characters are there in total?
There's 50 in total. Going
And
by
how
the
many
list I
have we
found
got
online.
so far?
Oh, that is a question. Let me change from bullet points. We've almost got
Oh.
halfway.
Toadette.
Toadette was the one I was referring to. Toadette is in a lot of games. Birdo, we've officially reached halfway. There's only 25 left. I feel like everyone is struggling.
Oh, man. Boy.
Give me the point, Birdo.
No. Never. I don't know if he is a character. I really don't think he is.
All right.
Goomba.
Goomba is in there.
Oh.
Okay.
Correct. I did say enemies. I was going to be like, what's the first enemy you ever find in Mario? But yeah, that was correct.
Okay.
Bradley, it's all back on you now.
It is. Thanks, Birdo. I wish I
worries.
didn't
I'm
say
really worried about you here, to be honest.
Me too.
Looking at these, like, I don't know if you're going to head down there.
Because
No.
they all got weird names. Like, you know what they
like
are?
I know
but you
like
gotta
the
say the name.
cactus thing, but I don't know what it's
Yeah.
called.
Mr. Cactus.
No, that's not one.
All right, Bradley.
Mm.
Still got another 2 more rounds of this, so you do have to be quick.
I know.
I feel like I need to be harder on you because you reviewed the damn thing. So you should.
Yeah, I agree with that point, actually.
Whatever. I used Yoshi and Rosalina the whole time. Okay. All right.
If it helps. Wait, no. Should I give you that clue or not?
Yes, you gave Birdo all the clues. I know I heard them, but he was stuck.
Oh boy.
So there's at least one on this list that is literally just the animal. Like if you could think of the animal that's in the game and say the animal, boom, you get it. It's like how there was.
We've already said 2 of them, right?
I knew there was another animal. I just can't think of what it is.
There's another animal that doesn't have a first or last name.
Is it a sea animal?
I've already given you enough.
Yeah, I agree. That's enough.
Okay. No, it's not that.
Time's ticking though.
What the hell is Mole's name? What is it? Is it an actual name? Or is it a title?
So, yeah.
Okay.
I
It's a
know
name.
what it is
It's not-
now.
Mole.
I know what it is.
All right, Bradley. I will need an answer probably in the next 15 seconds.
Okay.
Ooh, the pressure.
Just take a stab in the dark. Mario enemies, whatever you want.
Okay. I'm gonna say
Drum roll.
I know
This
it's
week, drum
wrong.
roll.
Lakitu. Lakitu. I don't think
Lakitu is
no.
correct. He's on the list.
God.
Oh.
What's Mole's
Okay,
first
so
name,
what's the
Birdo? You were
mole's
so
name
confident.
then?
Yeah?
You can have it if
Monty.
you get it.
What'd you say?
Monty.
Monty Mole is correct. We're straight back to Barad, and we just did this.
Oh, you could have given me some time to think.
No. No time. Pressure.
I gave you like half the baby ones.
You
weren't
did, I
thinking
know.
of it.
I was not even... Never would have got it.
To be
well,
fair,
I
this
bet-
whole match is like it's like a tennis match. This like
I
I
bet-
throw
I think
you
it's
down, and now we're
I
a
have
deuce,
nothing
and I don't
after
know
this
what's
now.
going on.
I have nothing
Okay.
after this. Except for his hint of the animal one.
Yeah. I think I know what the animal is, but was I in the right track when I asked if it was a sea animal?
All I'm
Can't
thinking
say
is
yes
I
or
should
no.
have done I only have one more shorter round, and the other round's really long too. So I really should have been more shorter with some of these rounds.
Okay.
But no, I'm not answering your question.
So-
I'm just talking about my own problems.
Be a time master then.
Okay. What is that
give it-
stupid cactus's name? It's something
don't know.
stupid. It's like it doesn't even sound
Senor
like cactus.
Cactus.
No, it doesn't even say cactus. It better not be cactus. I don't think it is. It's just a weird name.
I'm gonna give you about like 20 seconds, and then we're gonna have to.
Yeah,
20.
put me under
As much as I-
pressure. That helped last time.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
Yeah, well, down to 10.
All right. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
To show you I'm serious, you got 2.
5.
Okay. I'm gonna say dolphin.
Dolphin is correct. This show will never end.
Are you joking?
No,
That's why I
dolphin was
asked
what
if it
I
was-
was referring to. Yep.
That's
I
why
didn't want
asked
to
if it
answer
was
your
a sea
question because it
animal.
would give
I
it
was
away.
like, I don't want to seem like an idiot if it isn't dolphin.
You're
No,
joking.
dolphin is correct. Yes. All right, Bodo,
see.
we're still
Where's
going.
my
We have
hint then?
20. There's 21 of these left. I have said enemies. If you think of big name Mario enemies that you will encounter in the Mario like side-scrolling 3D games, you will have one. or at least maybe 2.
It's the names, dude. That's the problem.
Should get to know
I'm
them
just
before
gonna
you step on them.
Let's keep going with the game because we got quite a bit of game to do. I'm gonna guess this one. I don't know if it's right or wrong because it
Alright,
could
go
be a
for it.
skin.
Scream.
Let's do it.
Dry Bones Bowser.
I don't think he's in the game. No.
incorrect.
I think he was in
No.
Deluxe.
I
8
think you said
Deluxe.
Dry Bones, but that's I think that is basically the version
was?
of Bowser. Anyways, it's just he's not in here. I got Fishbone.
Oh, yeah,
It was
Fishbone.
Fishbone.
Can you just list a
Fishbone.
couple? Can you
Alright,
just
I'll
list
say
a
a few.
couple?
So when I was talking about enemies, Charging Chock, that's the one who's got the
I
the
wouldn't
football
have
mask
got
on
Oh
and comes
yeah,
at you.
the gridiron.
would-
Yeah.
Coin coffer, the green coin purse thing.
Oh yeah, the
Ham-
green dude.
Nabbit, Hammer Bro. You know, he
Nabbit.
throws the little hammers at you. It's literally one of the new power-ups was the hammers. Shy Guy. No,
Oh,
Shy Guy.
Yeah, Shy Guy, of course. Yeah.
And I'll say only the other one that the cactus was Pokey, by the way.
Oh, yeah,
Never
wouldn't have
would've
got
got
that.
Yeah.
No.
The only other one, Wiggler. No one got Wiggler.
The caterpillar.
The little caterpillar guy.
No.
All right, so Brad gets the first point.
Yeah.
That was too close. You got too many hints. That's
That was intense. No,
Bull
I had to
crap.
give hints.
I'm gonna
Everybody
count
got
the
hints. Calm down, everybody. Everyone
No.
got hints. We're going to
No,
round 2.
I'm
You're
competitive.
too forgiving. You gave him 20 seconds and you gave me 15. Anyway.
The Game Awards. We've heard of them, right?
Yes.
They started back in 2014.
Oh,
I
same
want
of the
people to
years.
list the 11 Game of the Years that they have announced since their inception. So
Okay.
each year, Game of the Year from 2014 to 2024.
Okay.
So Birdo, you lost. I'll let you go first because Brad went first in the first round anyway.
Baldur's Gate 3.
2023, Baldur's Gate 3 is correct.
It Takes Two.
2021, It Takes Two is correct.
Elden Ring.
2022, Elden Ring is correct. We're going for all the recent games.
Yeah, we are.
Oh. 2020
Already?
had a weird one. No, 2020 had a weird one. Okay, no, actually, I don't think it. Oh,
I
I'm
wouldn't
just gonna
say it's a
say
weird one.
the Last of Us Part 2.
2020, The Last of Us Part 2. Not a weird one.
No, I
Very
think
mainstream
2019
one
was
at
the
all.
weird one.
Berto.
Astrobot.
2024 Astrobot.
Oh, yeah.
NextPlay's Game of the Year. God damn it.
It was, yes.
There is 6 left.
Mm.
Bradley.
Ooh.
All right.
If we start struggling, I will give slight clues from
No.
here on in.
Let him suffer.
Okay, I've been told no.
He doesn't
I'll
want.
do what I want.
We're all tied on points soon.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it back to the first one, and I hope I'm not wrong, but I think it was Dragon Age Inquisition.
2014 Dragon Age Inquisition
is that the
is
first year?
correct. Yes,
Okay.
correct. We have 5 left. Berta.
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
That was going to be my clue that we had mentioned the game on the show. 2017, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild is correct.
I'm running out of what it is now. I actually don't know.
Same.
Dragon Age was my next one.
4 left. If this helps at all, 2015, 2016, 2018, and 2019.
Okay. I think
Before
I'm
we
pretty
all
sure.
begin, hold on. One of these games we talk about all the time. Another one's a very popular franchise. Another one is a multiplayer-esque game. I would say it's just multiplayer. And the other one is from
I know
a
it.
dev that we talk about a lot.
Okay, so
what?
I'm pretty sure
It's
2018 was stacked, but I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure God of War got it.
2018 God of War. is correct. 3 left. He's thinking.
I
yeah,
think
I
I
am.
know.
Actually, don't know. You said multiplayer only.
One of them is just a multi. I believe it didn't have any single player.
The only one that I can think of that was critically acclaimed to that level, and I could be very wrong here, is Overwatch.
Yeah.
2016 Overwatch.
I'm screwed
correct.
now. I'm so screwed.
Two left.
I don't know the last
2015 and
two.
2019. I'm
2019.
very impressed. Let's just say
Okay.
that. So even if you don't get the
Okay.
point, just consider me impressed.
2019 was the weird one. I think I know it. I'm too scared to say it though because I just want to make sure there was nothing else.
You've already got a point in the bag. Let's keep that in mind.
Well,
You're already
true.
one up,
Okay.
so-
I am gonna say that it was Deathloop.
2019, which is what I believe you're aiming for,
Yeah.
was not Deathloop. It was
Really?
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it was.
As I said, while Spurter
what-
gets the point, I'm very impressed. The only other one missing was the game that we talk about all the time, The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt 2015.
Oh,
True.
yeah.
Yeah, of
that is
course.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is that sort of thing where it's just like, as soon as someone mentions it, you're like, why didn't I get that?
Man, we did good.
Yeah.
That was
We did
really
really good.
impressive. All right, so this one's out of left field.
Here we go.
I have gone to the Wikipedia page of Call of Duty, and I have got
Oh, man.
every game, including the spin-offs. So there's 40 in total on this list. So
is dumb.
spin-offs are included. It is dumb. And then also, some of them are remastered. So if it's on the list, we'll keep going. If it's not, you lose. So it's sudden death now. Brad, you go first now.
Call of
Oh,
Duty.
so you don't have to say you don't have to say Call of Duty every single time. Like most of it's Call of
Well,
Duty, and
but
then the rest
but
of it.
some
yeah.
are.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, this one is yes.
Okay, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah, number 1, correct. All right, Berto.
Modern Warfare.
Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, correct.
Call of Duty 2.
Call of Duty 2 is correct.
Modern Warfare 2.
Modern Warfare 2 is correct. See, it
Call
is
of
like a
Duty
tennis match.
3.
Call of Duty 3 is correct.
Black Ops.
Black Ops is correct.
Why did you jump from Modern Warfare to Black Ops? To confuse
Because I don't
us.
know the in the middle. I don't know in the middle.
Black
I
Ops
don't play
2.
Call of Duty enough.
I said Black Ops 2. Better.
Oh,
Go.
did you? Sorry, I didn't hear that
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
correct.
Black Ops 3.
Correct.
Black Ops 4.
Correct.
See, this is where I'm like, I don't really even know. Are we up to Black Ops 5?
Now, is that what you want to lock in?
No, because you said
That's-
it like that real seriously, so it's probably wrong.
All right. I will let you off with that one, but if you want to pick something else, feel free.
Is there such a thing as Modern Warfare 3?
There is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, correct? Remember, spin-offs are included in this list as well, if you can think of any of those.
Black Ops 6.
Black Ops 6 is correct.
If he said 6, that means 5 must exist.
Maybe it's not called 5.
Is that what you want to lock in?
Absolutely not.
I won't ask you again. Next time I'm just taking it. If you say it again.
I don't know now. Now it's all dumb. It's all like really weird names.
No, it's not.
That's
There's
for some
one
of them.
coming out in a couple months.
Yeah, I do have that
I
one.
forget about it completely. But it hasn't been released, has it?
It's still a game.
Is there one called Just Ghosts?
There is Just Ghosts. Now, at this point in the contest, I will mention some of the ones we've already mentioned end up having another game. So
Yeah.
there was like
Yeah.
with a similar name, and they start the numbers sequels again. So just keep that in mind. It's as much as I'm giving you.
Okay.
That's
well,
I just said that's as much as I'm giving you.
Man.
Bradley.
Damn it.
Black Ops 7.
Black Ops 7. Correct. Berto, back to you.
He's gonna win this one because you played it more than I have.
I'm
That's why
very
you're so
more-
confident.
Yeah,
probably will
I've got
win,
a
yeah.
few.
You
I've got a
let's be
few.
honest.
I don't have anything.
Yeah, just take a shot.
Is Advanced Warfare one or something like that?
Advanced Warfare is one. That's the one with the Kevin Spaceys, I believe. There we go. Bradley.
Okay, so I'm assuming when Berto said Call of Duty Modern Warfare before, it was the first one, but there was a remake.
Mhm.
So I'm saying that.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare is correct.
Didn't they remake number 2 as well? Modern Warfare 2?
Did they?
They did. Is that what you're locking in?
Yes. Yes.
Back to Brad.
All right. Call of Duty World at War.
World at War. The game, I believe, that introduced zombie mode, I believe.
Did it?
That's correct.
I think so, possibly.
Probably. I don't know. I think so.
I
Berto,
remember
it's your go.
playing it.
Yeah, I don't know now. This is where I'm done. I think.
Thrown
Because
in.
I'll just be making names up at this point.
It's fine. That's what they do with all of these anyway. So
How many
you
have
just
we?
throw whatever
How
you
many have we done?
All right, so there was 40 on my list. We have 22 left. So we've almost reached halfway. That's pretty good.
Yeah, right.
I'll give you one just because it talks about the Vita. There was a Black Ops game on the Vita. So if that helps you at all.
No, well,
No.
unless it's called Black Ops Vita.
Do you want to lock that in?
I don't know.
Come on, just take a shot.
I'm pretty sure there's
Take a
one
shot
on
in
the
the dark.
3DS too, isn't there?
Probably. Maybe.
There's one on the Wii, I think.
Come on. You can always throw in the towel.
Yeah, I think I am. I actually do not know any more Call of Duty games. They all blend into one for me. They really do.
All right, just
So
take a
you
random shot because I'd rather you
Okay,
get
yeah.
it wrong than just throw in a towel. That's sad.
Oh, so I
just
can't.
take-
I can't defeat out of my own. You have to humor me. You have to dress me down and
We want to
humiliate
watch
me.
you fail, Berto.
Yeah, exactly. You want me to dance
Yes.
before
you
you
go.
paint me like a clown.
All right, just
Call of
shot in the
Duty.
dark. Let's go.
I
Five,
don't know.
4, 3, 2.
Can I just say Call of Duty 3DS?
You can, and you'd be wrong, and you lose.
Okay,
So
thanks.
Brad wins.
Um,
So some of the ones that weren't named off, right?
Call
I'll
of
just go through
Duty.
these quickly.
He didn't say Modern Warfare 4 though, did he?
There's a 4?
No,
You
I
stopped
don't
at
have Modern
3.
Warfare 4 written here. I have
I
Modern
did stop
Warfare
at 3.
3 as in the new Modern Warfare
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
I have World War 2. I have Black Ops Cold War. I have Infinite Warfare. Warzone was also a standard release.
Oh yeah.
And
true.
for
Oh,
those
yeah.
playing at home, the Vita game was Black Ops Declassified. The game nobody played. So
Yeah.
there we
Was
go.
there a
Brad
3DS
gets
one?
to... Probably, I've just hit backspace, so they're all gone. I don't know what they
Jamie's
were.
like, I'm over it. Let's move on.
I'm done. That went way longer than I thought it was going to go. But it was fun. I really enjoyed the first one. That was very tense. So, recap the scores. Brad is now your leader. The
I
world has
think
gone tipsy-turvy.
First time
Yes.
this year.
He's on 21 points. Birdo has finally caught up to me again. We're both sitting at 20. So, next week...
This is
one
part of the
us-
plan.
This is all you planned. You said you want to get
1
one
point a
every
week.
week. You never want to win. to
And then
stop
in the
yourself
last
from
game-
losing points.
Do 3 and I've won. Easy.
All right, easy. Well, that's where we're all sitting at. We'll see what happens next week. But with that, alas, that means the show is wrapping up. Thank you all for listening to the show. As always, you can go and check out next-play.com.au for Shinobi, Gears, Metal Gear, and a bunch of other reviews probably coming out in the next couple of weeks because we have been playing a lot of stuff. But until the next episode, make sure you go and share your support wherever you want to put it on the YouTubes. But otherwise, thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Ciao.